Good morning, class. Professor Kev here. First, welcome to class. This week, we're talking about poor communicators in the workplace. Sometimes I can be guilty of this. My biggest communication flaw is I don't like handling conflict. It stresses me out because I overthink it. When I'm having a conflict with someone, I put off dealing with it until I can't. And then what ends up happening is I overreact. I get emotional. And the person's like, whoa, why didn't you say something weeks ago? It harms the relationship when you put stuff off. Now, sometimes it does make sense to just let it go. If maybe you interact with someone not too frequently and something happens, you may be like, look, I only have to deal with the person once a quarter. It's not really worth, getting stressed out about it. I'm just going to let it go. Okay. But what I learned, if it's someone you interact with day in and day out, it's not even fair to the person to not say something. Because they'll pick up on it, going, geez, Kev acts weird towards me. I've obviously done something, but he's not saying anything. And they just say, whatevs. And then, like I said, when I do deal with it, I overreact and I put the person in a really awkward spot. So please don't let things get to that level. If you're having a conflict with someone, talk to them about it. Really important point here. Please remember you need to continue working with this person. So you need to do it respectfully. Ask, hey, what's going on with this? Now, I always like to bring everything back to the classroom. So let's bring this back to the classroom. One of the things I see in my in-person classes is we have to do group projects. And there's can be conflict there because it's just natural. In the group, usually four people, you have that person that wants to do all the work day one. You have the person who wants to do it right before it's due, and then people in the middle. You have different communication styles where some people texting, they make group texts, and well, they're never responding to the group text. Well, they were at work during that group text message. Spent like 5 hours, they haven't responded. They work for a living. So when in doubt, be respectful and ask, hey, is everything okay? I did a video on this. I call it Ask Before You Yell because sometimes things happen. I was supposed to meet somebody and it was a long drive from my house. And one of the things that you don't know about me yet is I don't like to drive. I never drive on the highway. How's that for weird? Pretty weird, I know. I drove 45 minutes to meet this person they no-showed. I was really mad, but I sent him a message calmly. Hey, I thought we were going to meet today. Maybe something came up or I got the days wrong, always leaving it out in case I did get the day wrong. The guy's mom had a heart attack, like right before he's supposed to leave to meet me. Got a call, hey, your mom's been rushed to hospital. See, if I would have been like, I drove 45 minutes, then the guy would have been like, look, dude, we're never going to speak again. So when you have those conflicts, respectfully, calmly try to address them early because the longer they last, the harder it is to fix it. I've worked with people who've had conflicts over something and it just killed their relationship. They never really interacted. And when that happens in the workplace, your boss isn't going to tolerate it. They're not going to tolerate this pettiness. Well, this happened, get over it, move on. We have a job to do. If it starts to impact your job, then your boss is going to step in and going to fix it. It ain't going to be a way either one of you likes it, to be honest. So just want to talk a little bit about my flaws. I'm interested in reading about your experiences in workplace. I have another video, hopefully I'll share this week, about my interaction with my boss and how different communication styles can cause poor communication. All right, thanks for watching. Hope you're having a truly dazzling day.